Hi, myself Chandrasekhar, SNS College of Engineering. Today in this video, I am going to discuss a case study on failure of bevel gears in an aircraft engine. So the case is most of the reported cases in aircrafts are related with the failure of engine power transmission components. So power transmission is the main power transmission component is the source for failure of aircrafts. So mostly gears are used to transmit the power from one shaft to another shaft. So many gear failures occurs due to design errors, manufacturing faults, or maintenance or inspection, or repetitive stresses. So due to that, fatigue, wear, or deterioration of lubricant properties occurs. So which are all the sources which causes the failure of gear. So in this study, the cause of failure of bevel gears in an engine train of an aircraft has been investigated to avoid such jeopardies in future. So let's come to the main case. So a training aircraft was flying at 4,500 feet altitude at a fixed power setting of 85% RPM. After 45 minutes, flight suddenly changed in engine noise and drop in RPM, which was experienced by the pilot. So relight was attempted at 18% RPM, but it remains unsuccessful by dropping of RPM to 0. So suddenly it happened that the RPM is decreased from the main RPM, that is 85% of the fixed RPM, to the 0%. So this causes what it is flying in the 4,500 feet. So the aircraft moves to the ground level. So that, but however, a safe landing was made at the airport through a single engine, that is safe flight operation SOFO pattern. Then it was revealed that straight cut bevel gear, that is miter gears, were failed in the engine assembly. After the examination, they find that the gears are failed. So that only the reason for sudden reduction of RPM. So the engine assembly has an overhauling life cycle of 500 flying hours, but no life was defined for the bevel gears. Actually, the bevel gear are having more flying hours compared to other drives. So merely 1,000 hours, like that. It works for up to 10,000 hours, but it got failed. So the bevel gears had been failed after 381.2 hours since their last magnetic particle inspection shows this hour. So so the failure occurs before 500 flying hours, so that there is a problem. So they need to find the reason for that failure of gear. So for that they need to analyze. So a case to be analyzed in this, the 08. A detailed study of damaged gear tooth has been conducted to evaluate the root cause. A 08L turbonic oil, 600 lubricating oil, was being filled in the engine gearbox, and 1 liter was being added after every flight. It was also reported that total oil change practice had been performed for every 100 flight hours. So they properly maintained the lubricating system. The drive bevel gear was installed in the transmission assembly directly connected with a turbine shaft and driven gear, and was adjusted to mesh at 90 degree to the drive gear at the base. So the following analysis are to find the root cause of failure of gears. The first one is visual observation, then surface analysis, then metallurgical investigation to find the root cause. So first come to the visual observation. So the damaged drive gear teeth are numbered accordingly, and a schematic view is presented in the figure. So it was observed that drive gear was severely damaged by total loss of 10 teeth, and the rest 11 were badly deformed in cracked, finned edges at the tips. So the surface was contaminated with debris and lubricating oil. So the cracks and pitting at the deformed teeth surface occurred due to the cold working of case under higher applied load. Okay, so the gear teeth, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 were badly worn and severely deformed up to the pitch surface, and hardened case were sheared off during sliding of meshing gears, which is shown in the figure. So the addendum of gear drive was totally lost by the reaction of face surface with driven gear, and the deformation of teeth top land occurred due to the sliding action of driven gear. The top land of driven gear teeth were also severely worn and deformed in the opposite direction to the rotation, but no fracture of teeth was observed. So only in the driving gear the more number of teeth failure occurred. So the extent of fracture damage was higher in the drive gear than driven gear, on which the teeth were worn and deformed due to the higher applied stresses from the power generating unit at the back. So the efficiency of drive gear to transmit power will decrease when its teeth break, and this will facilitate loosening of meshing gears, which ultimately result in wear out driven gear teeth rather than total loss. So in this is the visual observations find out. Then they go for the surface analysis. So the surface of drive gear was analyzed by energy dispersive spectrography, so EDS, for the contamination and any compositional variation. The results are shown that the surface was enriched with carbon, validating the surface hardening through carburizing process. So this EDS shows that the surface was enriched with carbon. Okay, that is by carburizing process. Then the higher concentration of oxygen and silicon at the surface of gear revealed the oxidation and contamination, which may produce localized boundary lubrication condition, that is BLC, between the meshing gears, and hence cause wear and pitting. So this oxygen and silicon high concentration leads to the oxidation, which causes the wear and pitting in the gear surface. So the increase in the temperature due to this boundary lubrication condition caused the degradation of lubricating properties further, and surface oxidation takes place as depicted quantitatively in EDS spectrum from higher concentration of carbon and oxygen. So this situation was arose just after 81.2 flight hours since last total oil change. So after that is after refilling the oil or freshly filling the oil at 81.2 flight hours, the flight got failure. So the failure occurs by from this spectrum analysis shows that the lubricating properties changed, so that the very thin layer of lubricant formed, so which promotes non-uniform distribution of stresses which may cause fracture of gear tooth. So the change of that lubricating oil property are also the reason for fracture of gear teeth. Then go for the metallurgical investigation. So the metallurgical investigation, the metallography of gear drive cross section was carried out to find out any structural variation in the case and core of the teeth. So the profile of case depth and core, the microstructure of in the case and core is shown in figure A, B, C respectively. So the these figures represent the harness at the core of the drive gear was 393.45 HV. So wicker harness, so which was lower than the harness in the case, and an abrupt transmission from higher to lower harness has produced local stresses at the case and core interface. So the local stresses formed between the core and case, that is the surface. Okay, so this may also cause the induce the very stress winds, then it produces fracture or failure. So the microstructure of case was consisted on tempered martensite and untempered martensite. So microstructure shows that there consists of the case consists of tempered martensite and untempered martensite. There were sharp lathes in the tempered martensite, and many micro cracks were observed in the lathe, such as surrounded by white bands. So which was observed in the micro photography. The higher harness values at the case and lower in the core were in support to the microstructural features of the gear teeth. So from these three analysis, that is, one is visual inspection, then surface analysis and metallurgical investigation, we found that there are reasons, that is lubrication property failure. Then microstructural examination shows that there is an formation, that is the harness value difference between case and core. So these are all maybe the reason for the failure, so which I will discuss in deeply. So discussion, let's go to the discussion. But the drive gear surface was cleaned ultrasonically in a soap solution to remove lubricating oils and other contaminants. So after that, it is represented that crack originated at the root of the fillet, where the stress was concentrated as small case depth and low hardness of the core, which resulted in the distortion of the teeth. So the crack starts from the root of the fillet. So in the root gear tooth fillets place, the initial cracks is started. Under variable and cyclic loading action of meshing gears, the crack was originated from the root of the teeth at the inner radii of the drive bevel gear. The independent fatigue cracks were observed in gear teeth 10 and 1. So during rolling and sliding action of meshing gears, higher magnitude of alternate surface shear stresses are produced. So this rolling and sliding action of meshing gears results in the shear stress. So this shear stress also reason for failure. Therefore, root area of the gear drive experiences greater tensile and compressive than other surface of the tooth. So which is the reason for failure of the gear teeth. Then other reasons also find. So these stresses will transform retained austenite into untempered martensite, and this effect has been confirmed in the microstructure of core near the crack origin site. So the higher carbon contents verified in the EDS and dark etching area confirmed great internal stresses which described the formation of micro cracks within the tempered martensite lath structure. So we already discussed that there is an microscopic analysis done, since that it is shows that the great internal stresses is formed at the which results in the formation of micro cracks within the tempered martensite surface. The average depth of DEA in the subsurface was 30 micrometer, which depicted the area of maximum shear stress concentration. Okay, so it is also in the microscope metallurgical investigation it is found that. So the alternating stress cycles during rolling or sliding action induced high shear stress at these subsurfaces. Crack in the hardened case, the active cracks propagated into the core and ended at zero stress level at the other side of the teeth. Okay, so the drive gear teeth having visible porous fatigue, striations and cleavage features in the overloaded final fracture zone. The SIM examination revealed crack originating sites at the adjacent tooth with non-uniform radial fatigue propagation marks in the crack propagation region, which dictates clearly the variation in the loading cycle at the delineation front of the crack surface. So this ununiform loading is the also a reason for crack formation at the cracks surface. These coarse marks suggest the mechanism of failure as contact fatigue. So fatigue is the reason for failure. So it also evaluated from the fractography that crack did it propagated continuously from teeth containing crack origin to the adjacent teeth, but originated and grew independently under fluctuating load and fractured ultimately by cleavage due to overloading. So by means of overloading, the crack is formed in the each teeth, not by continuous transmission of the crack from margin. Okay, so the extreme wear and the severe deformation of successive gear teeth, that is 2 and 7 up to pitch plane, occurred due to low core hardness compared to core. The hardened case was sheared off from the deformed core but cracked and pitted by the rolling action of the driven gear. During sliding of meshing gears, the greatest stress was concentrated at the root side of the teeth 8, 9 and 10, and the total loss of gear teeth happened by the wedging action of the driven gear. So initially in gear teeth there was a cutting action in the drive gear during sliding in the driven gear, followed by the final tearing of teeth core containing clear cleavage features at the fracture. So this lost mass and debris retained within the gear teeth and caused misalignment, which resulted in the complete failure of the gear system. Okay, so this I can conclude that the microstructural details revealed transformation of returned austenitic into untempered martensite under high internal shear stress. The existence of internal stresses was validated by the DEA in the case. The subsurface cracks developed within the altered orientation of lathes in the tempered martensites by these stresses. The variation in loading during rolling and sliding concentrated higher shear stress at the crack front, and non-uniform fatigue striation were produced in the crack propagation region, followed by the overloading. So the mode of failure was contact fatigue due to microstructural variation in the gear material. Then the continuous rolling action of gears resulted in tooth bending, which produced crack at the fillet root and followed the path towards zero stress point. The wide variation in hardness at the case and core resulted in a complete detachment of case after several deformation of core. The excessive wear and removal of hardened case at driven gear teeth occurred by simultaneously rolling and sliding action of meshing teeth of drive in the presence of debris and lost metal particles. Okay, so to avoid this kind of failure, we suggested the proper surface hardening and post heat treatment cycles will eliminate the chances for the formation of untempered martensite from the retained austenite and micro cracks due to build-up of higher internal stresses. So by means of giving the proper surface hardening and heat treatment will stop the higher internal stresses. Okay, so this higher internal stress only is the reason for failure of the produces the crack. Okay, there would be smooth transition in harness from core to case at the interface. So it is so in this case the gear harness from core to case, that is outer to inner, at one region there is a sudden change of harness value. So that is also a reason for failure. So if there is a smooth transmission occurs between the case and core means then the gear failure also avoided. Then the testing of lubricating oil should be frequent for contaminations which may develop local boundary lubrication condition. Okay, so lubricating oils to be tested frequently. If there is in contamination, then it result in result in a formation of boundary lubrication condition, which results in the stress concentration or oxidation, and then finally resulted in the failure of the gear. So by following these suggestions we can able to stop or we can avoid the failure of the gas in the aircraft engine. Thank you.